Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, somebody reminded me that I haven't done any videos responding to the comments lately, and I'm a little behind, so I'm going to play some catch up because you guys have some good questions, and I just want to make sure I address them. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. Alrighty, let's get caught up, shall we? Jerry says, all by design. Wake up, people. Yeah, we're talking about the collapse of the banks. It absolutely is by design. The fix is in? Yeah, it looks that way. Cuban banks begin collapsing today also. Yeah, it's not just in the United States. This is a worldwide event. They're trying to push everybody into the central bank digital currency. And the only way you could do that successfully is stripping away other options for people. Again, thank you, Pimpy. You are very welcome. The banks ain't going nowhere. Neither is your ability to structure a coherent sentence. Yeah, they're going somewhere, all right. Not that long ago, I was talking about all these companies and all these types of industries that seem to be merging. So you can tell this is how long ago this thing was plotted. Look at all the mergers in the banks. This is 90 through 95, then you have 96, all the way up to 2009. So you just look down here and see the mergers take place. And it's even worse than this now. And so all these are bank mergers, okay? So as I was saying, it's not just here, it's around the world. Look at 189 bank branches. This is just for 2024. And you can see right here, all the different banks. But wait, there's more. It says bank closing, so not just mergers, but these are bank closures. So right here it says U.S. bank branch closing have reached new high levels in recent years with 3,324 closures in 2022. So there's just 3,324 closures. That's just in 2020. Says this is mainly due to the fact that customers continue to migrate to online and mobile banking with high yield savings accounts. The data of bank closing in the United States between 2004 and 2012 is given in the closing file. Pay attention to all the bank closures. And over here is the date and the years. But look how many bank closures. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Most people don't pay attention unless it's right near where you live. But by merging and purging and closing all these banks, it absolutely positively reduces your options to the point where you have no option. And then they force you right into the central bank, digital currency. The CBDC and the WIF, aka Klaus, is my litmus test to determine how alert or clueless someone is. When someone says, no, they never heard of it, I know they are clueless. That's a pretty good litmus test if you ask me. U.S. stocks rallied on Wednesday, with all three major indexes closing at record highs as a soft reading on consumer price fueled hopes that the Federal Reserve could cut interest rates sooner than expected. Yeah, but what's really driving the rally is just a handful of companies. That's it. When you have people like Mark Zuckerberg selling huge amounts of his shares into Facebook, as a matter of fact, when you have CEOs and execs selling shares of their companies, well, like I said, do as they do, not as they say. They'll continue to pump the numbers up. They don't care. Their job is to keep you interested in their stock while they weasel their way out and become cash ready. That's what they're hoping to do. So that when the market crashes, they'll wait till it bottoms out and then buy those stocks right back, pennies on a dollar. They sound like the Antichrist to me. Yeah, well, pretty much. I'm always watching. You should be vigilant. Thank you, Pimpy. I've followed you for a number of years, and you've convinced me to buy precious metals. I am prepared. Thank you. You are very welcome. That makes me very happy to hear. Me too, Pimpy Rich. I love that. That's funny. I finally hit 3 safes. 3 safes. That's what I'm talking about. Man, if your safe is the size of mine, congrats on that one. Cash taught us humans the value of the dollar growing up. Physically counting notes is essential for the human being, as it is a tool to learn street smarts and real-world moments of the sense of gains and loss. Digital cash will not fascinate or humble the way cash does. I like the way you worded that. I agree with that 100%. BRICS also had a meeting? Yes, they did. China, India, Africa, United States. Really, Pimpy, I can't pay my rent with gold and silver. Not going to happen. Oh, when the doo-doo hits the fan, you're going to be surprised what people are willing to do. Homeowners will more than happy take silver and gold as payment. Like I said, I told this example many times. The roofer for my house wanted $14,000. I told him I'll give you $11,000 in silver, and he took it. But that's just it. You won't know unless you ask. I'd be hard-pressed to think of any homeowners that would say no to gold and silver as payment. We went down and talked to our community about gold and silver. We talked to the local stores. They said if the doo-doo hits the fan and people want to come in with silver or gold to make payments, they're like, yeah, absolutely. They'll take it. I mean, I live up in the mountains. I can't vouch for every store, but you won't know unless you ask. And when it comes to gold and silver, you'd be surprised how many people will say yes. As soon as people see that shiny metal, they'll change their mind. Will you be left behind like many others? Everything is going digital. Adapt or be victim. They can go digital all they want. I'm going to avoid it as long as possible. I'll barter before I start using anything digital. Until I know for a fact that my government is not spying on it, manipulating it, doesn't have the ability to just take it from me, then I'm staying away from digital. Where's the site to make your own currency? The company is called Berkshires. You can see right here, they give you some examples of the different type of currencies that they use. People can design their own currency. All right, so I'll leave this link down below so you guys could check it out if you want to. There are other companies out there, you guys, that make currency for people, legitimate currency. And I did videos about those several times. Leave a comment down below if you want me to make another video showing you the different companies, including gold-backed dollars. I'm talking about legitimate gold back, where they put gold on the dollar. I could do videos about that again. And this is something we started to talk about in my town, but we got away from it, and then I need to circle back around and start bringing that conversation up again. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check out the company. It's already happening now in Canada. I went to a concert at the main Ottawa Senators Hockey Arena. It's called the Canadian Tire Center, and you cannot pay cash for anything. I tried to buy a cup of coffee, and they would not take cash at all. That's not a good sign. Look, they can only do this if you give in. You got to raise hell, you guys. You got to not give in to the system. Even tried to buy a beaver tail. It's a deep fried treat on the main street in downtown Ottawa, and they would not take cash. Yeah, that's the best way you could avoid it, is just tell people to boycott them, start doing things in your community, support those people who do take cash, and avoid those who don't. Beaver tail is the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. That's funny. Or yeah, some checkouts in United States stores only take credit cards, no cash checkouts. Our self-checkouts here in California, you can use cash or credit card. So eventually they'll just phase out cash, but you just put the cash in a little machine, it takes it and then gives you the right change. You know, people can only get away with as much as you allow them to do it. All these changes these companies are doing, most people just go along with it and don't even care 2 bits about it. They really don't. Oh, self-checkout? Fine. A hamburger made by a robot? No problem. Pump my own gas? Okay. Like I said, people can only get away with as much as you allow them to get away with it. So if you don't fuss about this stuff and boycott the convenience of things, then, there's never going to be job security. Everything's just going to be automated, and one day you're going to be like, what the hell happened? Well, you have, right? Have you heard of the QFS? This is funny, you guys. Look at this question. Rich is asking me, have you heard of the QFS? Well, Richard, here's something you might not know. Not only have I heard about the QFS, I'm the only content creator on YouTube that showed everybody where the computer is and showed you that the computer exists. Nobody else has done that. But trust me, if you find that video with all my other videos, and I'm sure if you look hard enough, you will, because I put on there the real QFS system, and it is called the Quantum Financial System. This isn't the kind of QFS that you guys have been told. This isn't going to give you free money. You don't have to have a level 5 dimension conscious and all that kind of crap, man. You don't need that. It's an actual quantum financial service computer system being used over in Spain. So I'm very familiar with it because I'm the only person on YouTube that proved that thing exists. So with all these bank closures and all these people wanting to go to digital, it's just a matter of time before they got you by your cojones. The best advice I can give you is just be into gold and silver. As far as being able to pay your rent with gold or silver, I still would find it very hard pressed to find anybody that's going to say no to gold and silver. Why don't you give it a try? Just hit up your manager and say, hey, look, would you take payments in gold and silver? And watch what they say. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll catch you later. I'm out.